Hello and welcome to another episode of Bloke who's been confined to his own house for seemingly far too long talks about tech stuff while the entire world burns around him. Hope you're all doing well. Now we're only 2 weeks into the enforced nationwide lockdown. Already last week I was starting to get some crazy mental Nick Cage vibes, but nothing too bad thankfully. We're talking maybe wild at heart Nick, or in some more troublesome moments a bit of Wicker Man Nick. But week 2 of self-isolation with a crazy 4-year-old isn't quite over yet, and already I'm definitely ticking up towards full-on Mandy Nick. Seriously, I'm just one step away from being slumped on the bathroom floor, crying in mental anguish and covered in gore and entrails. A situation that is definitely not helped by my devastating realization that no, you can't create a bottle of vodka from just a single spud in just 24 hours. What you get is just warm potato juice. But anywho, I digress. Despite the lockdown, we do have a bit of tasty tech news to cover and lots of viewer comments to pour over as usual. So let's get jingly with it. Tech Spurt Weekly. So the big UK smartphone launch this week was the Realme 6, which finally popped up in Blighty after launching previously in other regions. And for just 219 quid, you get some seriously tasty tech packed in this thing. So first up, there's that 6.5-inch Full HD display, a bit of a stunner by itself anyway, but then it's also got a 90Hz refresh rate, which is absolutely incredible for this price point. As far as gaming goes, no worries at all. You've got a MediaTek chipset in there that's surprisingly nippy to make the most of that super fast screen. You've also got a 4300 mAh battery to keep you going all day long, and slapped around the back there's a quad lens rear camera with a 64 megapixel primary shooter for a nice bit of pixel binning to get some nice low light shots. I've done a full unboxing and tour of the Realme 6 right here on TechSpurt, so go check that out for all you need to know. And as if that wasn't enough to already pop a massive trouser tent, well, the Realme 6 Pro version will also be coming to the UK in April. The Pro version offers a number of upgrades compared with the standard Realme 6, including full Dolby Atmos and high-res audio support. You've got a bit of Snapdragon 720G action in there, and a telephoto lens slapped around the back to add to the flexible camera tech. Definitely boner time. And because I love you beautiful morphos so much, I've done a full unboxing and tour of the Realme 6 Pro, and I've also done a full dedicated review as well, so go check those out again for all you need to know. And in other big smartphone news this week, OnePlus finally revealed that its new OnePlus 8 flagship phones will be launching at a big online event thingy on April the 14th. There are loads of rumours flying around the interwebs on the all-new OnePlus flagships, most of which helpfully contradict one another, but all will finally be revealed on the 14th at 4 PM UK time. Not long to wait at all, and be sure to come back here at good old TechSpurt on April the 14th for my full in-depth coverage. And now it's time for the part of the show that makes the Spanish Inquisition look like a bunch of wet drips. It's viewer comments. Whoop, whoop. Viewer comments. First up, I love it when new phones launch, not because of the new phone, but because of the discounts on old phones. Huawei P40 Pro for 500 quid, not bad. Definitely not bad at all. That's still a great little handset. Did a long-term review not so long ago. Yeah, still fantastic. Brilliant camera tech on there. Of course, you've got full Google services as well, unlike the more recent Huawei's. I did do a full in-depth comparison between the P30 Pro and the Mate 30 Pro and the P40 Pro. So go check that out if you want to see how they all sort of stack up together. Go on, you know, you might as well. Otherwise, you're just going to end up rewatching the goddamn Wire for like the 4th time. Next up, cheers from a Japanese fan. Hello, Japan. The jingles, or lack of them, are growing on me for sure. Yeah, you poor sod, you've definitely been properly indoctrinated, haven't you? Now it's time for you to go forth, my beautiful puppet, and spread the spurt across Japan. I hope Sony allows you to re-upload your Xperia 1 2 hands-on soon, since there's no proper review of it to be found anywhere. Is that purple really purple? It's a very subtle purple. I'm not sure I'd describe it as purple, sort of off purple, I guess. There's actually been quite a few comments asking about the Xperia 1 Mark II. Still no sign of review samples. It sounds like Sony, the Sony bods over in the lab in Japan have actually been tweaking the camera tech and making a few little last minute improvements before finally pushing it out the door, which is perfectly fine by me. I'd rather they get it 100% right rather than rush out the door. It's going to be the big Sony Xperia flagship of 2020. This year has been an absolute show. We need something to stop us from just opening up our wrists and being done with it all. Sorry, that got a little bit dark there, didn't it? Let's keep the cheery tone going with the next comment, which I'm sure will be a blinder. Motorola is Chinese. Hello, Lenovo. I can only assume you're intoxicated during the making of this, and we'll let it slide. Yeah, alright, Captain Pedantic. So yes, Motorola is now owned by Lenovo, which is Chinese, so I guess that technically makes them Chinese. I just love the irony that Motorola is actually still trying to break into the North American market really hard these days, despite the fact that they were originally North American. Oh, cruel fate, thou truly asked a massive surely Sony can be recommended here. I thought I did. So this is the best budget to mid-range smartphones coming out in 2020 that aren't coming out of China. basically. And yeah, Xperia 10 Mark II looks really, really nifty, full water resistance and pretty beefy specs for that price point. I haven't fully tested it yet, but I have gone hands-on, done a hands-on video in fact, which no one can see. But hopefully, like the Xperia 1 Mark II, I will be bringing you a full Xperia 10 Mark II review in a reasonably timely fashion. And this is a long comment, this one. Do you think LG is done with mobile now? I find, yeah, to be honest, I think they were done with mobile a long time ago. It's like that classic anime quote, you're dead, you just don't know it yet, basically. Next up, love your TechSpurt jingle. It's amazing how divisive this jingle is. 50% seem to love, 50% seem to hate. Gotta admit, I understand the hate a lot more because it literally took me about 12 seconds to come up with. Is it available for download? I mean, it could be. Is that the kind of thing you'd really want to download? Just like rock to it at your desk for, 12 hours a day. I mean, if there's any budding DJs or anything out there, feel free to nick it, turn it into some horrific happy hardcore track or whatever. Do as you will. TechSpurt, TechSpurt, TechSpurt Weekly, TechSpurt. Chris, is there a possibility that your homemade booze may be more lethal than coronavirus? I mean, not unless you can get fatally ill from potato juice, to be honest, mate. Although I'm kind of hoping I'm not accidentally manufacturing an even worse virus right here in TechSpurt HQ. That would be pretty horrific. Next up, when can we expect a review of the Nokia 8.3 5G? Okay, so I spoke to the HMD Global PRs earlier this week, and apparently the phones will be coming here at some point in Q2. So obviously that's a 3-month period. It could be anything from tomorrow to, the end of June. So I can't give you a precise kind of estimate. Hopefully in the next month or so they'll be coming in. So stay tuned. Has anyone tested if the P40 Pro Plus grows your hair back? I mean, for that sort of asking price, that would at least be a good USP. Hang on, let me just check with the standard P40 Pro to see if that's got any hair restoring properties. That's a hard no. And better make this the last one for this week, sorry guys, because it's early in the morning, but any second now I can tell my daughter's going to jump out of bed. She's going to be demanding her breakfast, bursting away in here, probably punch me in the ghoulies. It's one of her favourite little hobbies of the past couple of weeks. So I just bought a P20 Pro, absolutely mint for 180 quid. Yeah, that's strong value. It's a couple of years old, but I tell you what, it still holds up very well. That camera tech is absolutely fantastic still. Definitely while we really turned the corner with that P20 Pro, just absolutely smashed it out of the park. So that's all for this week on the viewer comments. Thank you so much to everyone who posted up a comment. There were loads and loads to go through as usual. Definitely please do smash your comments down below as well. Any thoughts, feelings, whatever pops into your gorgeous little head, definitely let me know down below. Get through as many of those as possible next week. And speaking of next week, there are no UK launches whatsoever, no online launches that I could possibly think of off the top of my head, so it'll be fairly chilled week in that respect, but don't worry, there'll be lots of fresh content going up here on TechSpurt, including more P40 shenanigans. With any luck, I'll wake up with a full head of hair again, be able to update you guys on that. I'm going to do a best sub £300 smartphones roundup, a full long-term review of the Mi Note 10 now that Xiaomi has finally launched its Mi 10 flagship phone, and a couple of other little surprises here and there as well, so stay tuned for all of that. Please do subscribe, ding that notifications bell, and have yourselves a lovely weekend, people. Cheers, love you.